Yo, what's up lads? It's Tom. Now, over the last 3 years, I've been prioritizing everything towards my business, my fitness, my personal development. And today I'm gonna share with you the morning routine that I'm running at the moment. And the reason I'm sharing this now, not previously, is because I genuinely believe that I've cracked the code with my morning routine. Now, this doesn't mean that this is gonna be perfect for you, but by the end of this video, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to extract bits that you know will be massively applicable to you. Because guys, if you're somebody that's an entrepreneur right now and you also prioritize being fit, being healthy, building your physique, operating at the highest level, or maybe you're not an entrepreneur, but you know you want to go down that path, honestly, a morning routine is gonna be crucial. And when I started out, guys, years and years ago, I had no idea. I always got up early because my work started early, but I had no structure. It would just be like, okay, back when I was originally in PTing, it was, okay, I've got a client at 6, I'll get up at 5:30. But there was no like structure, nothing was blocked out. And after refining this, for probably the last 2.5 years I've introduced it, I've got it dialed in and my business is moving at the fastest pace. My fitness, my physique is moving at the fastest pace. And also just from a mindset development standpoint, skills, knowledge, self-belief, everything is progressing at the pace. And my morning is literally built around all of them. So I'm gonna just run you through it. So I've got it on my phone here. And for any of you that follow me, this video actually stemmed from an Instagram Q&A. I put out a Q&A a few days ago. If you don't follow me on Insta, guys, it's at Tom D. Pearson. I do share a lot of behind the scenes on my routine, just so you guys feel like you know what I'm getting up to. But, you know, I get a lot of questions about what's your morning routine, because people that do follow me know that I'm an early riser. I get up early. My coffee is at 3:45 every single morning. Do not miss. And this is 7 days a week. And when I refer to my morning routine, guys, I do this morning routine 7 days a week. Like, running a business, guys, isn't a case of let's have weekends off, let's do this. I run this 7 days a week, and if I want to take afternoons off, I'll take afternoons off. If I want to take, if I want to take 5 days off, I can. But right now, everything I have is going into development. So for me, let's run through it. Wake up every single morning at 3:30. Now, you're probably thinking, why do you wake up so early though? Like, what's the point? Because you're gonna go to bed early. And yes, I do go to bed pretty early. But the reason behind this is, look, if you're gonna be awake, what would you be awake now? 18 hours, 17 hours? Let's say 17 hours if we're working off 7 hours sleep. Now, if I was awake 17 hours, but later on in the day, for me, once it gets past 7:30, 8 p.m., nothing productive is actually happening. So I'm awake, but I'm not actually moving my business forward, moving my physique forward, moving my knowledge forward. It's usually just time that's lulled around. You might be eating, you might be watching TV, you might be scrolling Instagram. It's just that time of the day where I don't feel like, me personally, I'm not that productive. So yes, you could say, oh yeah, but you could be awake the same amount of time later. You could be. If the evenings are the most productive time for you guys, honestly, go with the evenings. But for me, if I'm up at 3:30 in the morning, I'm not gonna be faffing around on Instagram. There's no distractions. It is let's get straight into work, let's get the job done. And like I said, I get to bed nice and early because I honestly believe nothing good happens after 7:30, 8 p.m. Not with what my goals are anyway. Maybe, you meet a bird, you do whatever, you go out, you get pissed, but they're not my number one priorities, right? So wake up at 3:30. 3:45 every single morning, there'll be a fresh bottle of water and there'll be a coffee. Without fail, every morning, 3:45, it will be on my Instagram story. And that's just my routine. So for me, wake up, jump in the shower, come downstairs, hydrate, caffeinate, and then I basically have a little period where at 3:50, I do 3:50 till 4:20, and this is reading. And again, on Instagram, I share this, I pick a quote that I think I take a lot of value from, and you guys can take a lot of value from, because honestly, for me, I know it's all cliche, but reading is honestly life-changing if you're reading the right books and you've got intention when you're reading them. If you actually study the book, not just scan it. Okay, so 3:50 till 4:20, I read. And these are all personal development books around mindset, or usually around business, entrepreneurship, health, high performance, anything that aligns with where I'm going. All right, so I've read some really, really good books recently. And the reason I do this first is it sets me up, it primes my mind. I call this AM priming. And I'm like, you can't feel bad after you know you've just started your day with a win. You've woken up before pretty much everybody else. You're hydrated, you're caffeinated, full of energy, sharp in the morning, and now you're starting off with a win, getting some knowledge in, learning something new, because I can only actually be fulfilled if I know I'm improving every day. And that's in all areas. I need to be improving with my physique, I need to be improving with my knowledge, I need to be improving with my mindset, and improving with the business, and making my clients happier, okay? So I'll start off with reading. 4:20, I will post on social media, whether that's YouTube, Instagram, Stories, TikTok, X, Threads, pretty much every platform I'll post on in that 10-minute period. And then 4:30 till 5:30, I do what I call my deep work creative block. And again, for me, I'm just the sharpest in a morning. Like, I'm not gonna faff around, there's no distraction. And for me, like, your discipline muscle is so strong in the morning, you're not gonna waste your time. So my deepest work block is 4:30 till 5:30. And when I talk about creative work, to run you through what I do personally, this could be different for every single one of you, but I wake up and I just do a brainstorm. So I go through my to-do list for the day, analyze everything that I've got to do from my success list and task list. That's another video of its own. So I'll post another video on this, guys. But effectively, I'm going through in the back of my mind, right, what are all these things I know could provide massive value to the world, to my audience, to my clients, and I'm just rattling them off. So anything about training, nutrition, recovery, high performance, lifestyle, entrepreneurship, I'm writing them down, I'm brainstorming, and I have like probably a 20-minute period of that hour just brainstorming ideas. This is on my head, write down, this is on my head, and it's just bullet points. Then I put on my headphones, noise cancelling headphones, and I go on Brain FM. And it's like unbelievable if any of you guys have used that. I found like one song on there which I'm just completely dialed into, and I just literally just go tunnel on work. So noise cancel is on. And the last 40 minutes of that block, I'm literally there and I just write tweets. So everything I want to give value on, I do tweet format first. Not because I'm like loving Twitter, I like to write, I like everything that's in my mind, I want to write it out. I want it down. Because I think so often it's so easy to have all these ideas up here, but if first thing in the morning, I just clear my brain out and I'm ready to go, everything's out, that means usually I will write out 6 to 10 long form tweet style copy every single morning. So that effectively, guys, could be turned then into, it could be, well, for one, it's repurposed on Threads and on X or Twitter. Those, I will then pick the most applicable to my audience and I will then post them as reels. So I will talk about them, not in like a scripted way, but like I'll look at the topic of that and be like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this, you know, whether it's on my stories or post a reel or post a TikTok. Some short form, maybe a YouTube Shorts, and some short form that I know people are going to take a lot of value from on a daily basis. So that then covers my short form content. And again, I like to keep it raw, I like to keep it authentic, I like to keep it real on a day-to-day basis. So that's what I would do. And then when it comes to YouTube, for example, today this was just something that came from the Q&A, but usually my YouTube videos will come out of my brainstorm. I'm like, guys, I know these guys are going to take a lot of value from it. So when I'm going through these tweets, I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to make a full video on this. I'm going to talk to you guys about it. and give you as much value, but obviously I can go into a lot more depth than a long form tweet or more depth than I can on a reel. Because look guys, reels are all good. I like to be seen everywhere. I like to give people the value on Instagram, on TikTok, for those who don't want to watch these long videos. But for me guys, if you're here watching this video on YouTube, you're here to learn. So my energy honestly comes to you guys on YouTube. That doesn't mean I don't like Instagram, TikTok, Threads, whatever. But the guys that want to learn are on YouTube. So I pick my favorite topic and I will make a YouTube video on it, usually 4 to 6 a week. And I'll just run through it. So that's my 4:30 till 5:30, 40 minutes of that I'm writing out long form. And I pick what I'm going to talk about on my stories or reels and then make a YouTube later on in the day. But I know everything's out my mind, written down, and can go from there. 5:30 till 8:30, I then essentially do discovery calls for 2 elements of my business. So the 2 elements of my business, which is EO1, we're like a physique and personal development business. So I've got two parts of the business effectively have discovery calls, where effectively what this means, guys, is we're just speaking with prospects who we're just going to check out if they're a good fit. So we've got our VIP coaching and we've got CEO mastery. VIP coaching is for those who want to work with us on a one-to-one basis, have everything done for them with their physique, their training, the nutrition, the supplementation, 24/7 support, calls, all in. And then CEO mastery is for those who want to build their own authentic brand in the industry and just take it to the moon. Okay, so we don't just take in clients for VIP and for CEO mastery. They are vary on application. Anyone can book in for a call to see if they're fit, and then we will look at where someone is right now, where they want to go, and if they are a good fit for the standards we have within our brand. So 5:30 till 8:30, I'll have a 3-hour block where I'll just be booked out on discovery calls, and I'll be speaking with prospects and bringing anybody in who, you know, we can help massively. So that's 5:30 till 8:30. At 8:30, because at this point I've pretty much been going 5 hours. All right, so by 8:30 I've done 5 hours work, pretty much if we're including the reading. I go on a beach walk for an hour. So for me, this is crucial. Like honestly guys, I've done it before, and I just work, and I will wake up at 3:30 and at 9, I just work through till 9, 10 p.m. and go back to sleep. Apart from the gym, I never miss the gym. But the beach walk for me is, I've sometimes neglected it. And it's honestly the most important part of my day. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're not getting out of your business, you're too stuck in work. And when you're stuck in work, you can't get creative. You can't come out and see your life from a perspective. You can't look down on it and think, what could we do better to move this brand forward? What could we do better for our clients? Maybe it's ideas for where I want to go in the future. Maybe it's ideas for content. Getting out in nature, grounding, walking down the beach, or if I was in Dubai at my other place, walking around the marina in the morning. Maybe it would be when I was back in the UK years ago, and it would just be walking around the fields. All my best ideas have come when I'm not in the office. Like, good ideas honestly don't come in the office because you're focused. You should only be focused on one thing. So you can't expect, if you're in the office all the time, you're not giving yourself that space to progress. So for me, that's probably one of the most crucial things. It doesn't mean the more hours work you do, the more you move forward. Just like it isn't with the gym. It's not the more hours you put in the gym, the more progress you make. It's about leverage. It's about productivity and efficiency with the hours you put in. Same with work, same with gym, whatever. Okay, so if I have that break there, I'm way more productive and focused when I'm working, and I also get a perspective on how I can move the business more forward rather than feeling like a bit of burnout. So that's 8:30 till 9:30. Then 9:30 till 11:30 for 2 hours, I do what I call business fulfillment work block. So this, depending on the day, could be team training and I'm working with my team. It could be client calls for VIP or for CEO Mastery. It could be the calls for the university, which is another coaching program we do where effectively it's a 200+ video course and we take you the whole way through the process, but there are weekly calls in there. And in this time frame, this is where I do my calls. Now, I'm in a Bali time zone at the minute, so this actually matches up really well with the UK. But honestly, wherever I am in the world, I stick to this routine. I probably just change where my calls go. All right, so 2 hours of business fulfillment, whether I'm working directly with clients, whether that's check-ins, team training, calls, whatever, we're working with our customers and we're just providing the best service possible. So that's a 2-hour block there. And then at 11:30, I go and train for 1 hour. So I actually do 5 resistance sessions a week, but I also do 2 boxing sessions a week. So 7 days in that time zone, I am training every day without fail. Again, because if I'm not leveling up my body, if I'm not leveling up my physique, if I'm not giving myself that mental pain, and again, break from work, I can't become more valuable if I'm not putting it back into me. So that walk, that training session is non-negotiable. I hear it all the time. Oh, I'm running a business, I'm really focused on my career, I'm just gonna let my training go, I'm gonna let my steps go, I'm gonna let my nutrition slip. Like, that's just the most stupid thing in the world. I understand why people think that, but it's not about hours in. It's about productivity, and your routine, your morning routine, your daily routine, your habits have to align with you becoming better every day. Because the more valuable you become, the better you can become with your career. Because your personal development, your physique, your mind are in direct correlation with your lifestyle and career development. So if you're not going where you want right now, or at the pace you want right now, with your business, with your career, with your lifestyle, put more emphasis into your personal development. Work on your physique, optimize your training, your nutrition, your lifestyle management, and it will leverage you forward at such a fast pace. So that's what I do. I do that 11:30 till 12:30, and at 12:30, I have my first meal. And again, guys, you may be thinking that's contradictory. Physique building, you need to be getting 6 meals in a day. Now, yes, if someone's primary focus is only to build a physique, would I say you need to fast till 12:30? No, but we also coach a lot of people who are just like me, who are very work focused. And guess what, guys? I want to work in a fasted state. Yes, I work all the way through the afternoon and into the evening, not in a fasted state, but in the morning in my deep creative block, I want to be fasted. So I train fasted and I have my first meal at 12:30. So I go from 3:30 till 12:30, awake with no meal. And I'll hear from guys, oh, I wake up at 7, which is really early, and by 9, I can't wait till 9 for my first meal. Like, you've got to get a grip of yourself. If you're trying to level up, seriously, it's all about controlling the mind. And your physique requires a lot of mindset. So those traits are just going to bleed into everywhere else. So that's my morning, 3:30 till 12:30, obviously just into the PM there. And then usually my afternoon blocks vary. There'll always be an element of client fulfillment. There'll be an element of calls, meetings, staff, whether it's working with other elements in the back end of the team, all sorts of stuff. So that's the one thing that's not the same every day. But my morning, whether it's a Sunday, whether it's a Monday, whether it's a Friday, that routine there is not changing at all. Pretty much, 365 days of the year. I'm just in flow. I don't have a mindset of, oh, it's a Tuesday, it's a Sunday, it's a whatever. That gets done because, guys, if I then want to take a whole afternoon off every few weeks, I've still got 12:30 till when I go to bed to just chill and do whatever. And I've probably done more work than 99% of the world. There's going to be people that do more than me. There's people like Elon Musk in this world, right? I'm not saying I am the hardest worker on the planet, but I'm pretty intense with it because my physique, my mindset, my business is the #1 priority. So my morning routine has to make me better every single day with the business. So the creative block's so important to move me forwards and actually think of new ideas and concepts to help the clients. The client fulfillment and the walk contributes to the business to get a new perspective on how we can work things within the business. Because if I'm just sat in here in the office all day, guys, you get stuck and you just stay doing the same thing all the time you don't ever get any new creative ideas. So that's how I move the business forward. And then obviously from a mindset and a skills standpoint, reading first thing, priming the mind, also just waking up early. No one wants to just jump out of bed at 3:30 in the morning. And when you're winning on a mindset level like that, like you're unstoppable. Once you can control your mind to the point where you're just like, look, I'm not listening to that little voice. Like I post it every single morning, 7 days a week, always on my Instagram. And I know it actually wears people down. I've had people reply to my stories like, fuck me, it's every day, Tom. I'm like, yeah. But that doesn't mean I want to jump out of bed every day. But the mindset wins, the confidence it creates, just stacking wins. It's like I own the trait that I don't miss. And when you know you don't miss, and you've got a morning routine optimized around building the business, new perspectives on growing the business, my physique, my mindset, my skills, it basically means that every day you're always going to move back, and you're always going to move forward in all areas, and your afternoon could just be fulfillment. But that morning just means that there has to be growth every day. And one thing like that's big for me is I don't want days where I'm stagnant. And I'm not talking business growth means just finances, but it means you're improving marginally every day. Every single element of me has to improve every day. So I hope you can, take a lot of value from that. I'm not saying you need to use this routine, but it's more about the emphasis on why I do what I do. I wake up early, get my win. Hydrate, caffeinate, sharpen up that energy. All right, from there, I start with reading, my AM priming. One thing I actually forgot to mention in there is when I do my reading, just afterwards, I actually listen to my affirmations in the morning. All right, there's another video on this. Then I post on social media. Again, it's gonna help the business. I wanna lead from the front. I wanna inspire people. That's how I get fulfilled. I wanna help people. Everything I learn, that's why I share my quotes of what I'm reading. Like, I wanna do the work. I wanna do the digging and just share it out. That honestly fulfills me. Then obviously into the work, training, and away we go. So that's how I've got it set up, 7 days a week. I honestly do believe if you are really serious about your personal development, your career development, your lifestyle development, you need something that's there daily, 7 days a week. And it just means that you're always moving forward. That's my take anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Don't just go about your life in a wishy-washy way and letting time control you. You have to control time, you have to control energy, because your habits create your future. So focus on the inputs, and if you've got these inputs every single day, or your own version of these structured in whatever order works for you, if you've got inputs of mindset, skills growth, physique growth, business growth every day, it would be unreasonable for you not to get where you want. And everything I do when I structure my day has to basically answer the question, would it be unreasonable for me not to get where I want if I did this every day? And the answer is yes, it would be unreasonable that I wouldn't get where I want to go. And that's why I move at the pace I'm moving right now. I've had all sorts of routines. I've tried training at 4 a.m., honestly, all of them work, but this right now, I'm so happy with. Hope you can take a lot from it. Drop me a comment, let me know what's your routine, what's your take on this one, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, check me out on other platforms. If you are interested in what we do, if we can be of help to you, you can check that out. We've got our call links. They'll be below for VIP coaching, which is physique and mindset, CEO for anybody looking to build their own brand in the industry, so fitness, physique related, personal development related. And then we've got our university where basically it's just a course, and we've got our calls and 24/7 support in there, which teaches you the whole process. So university, VIP coaching, CEO mastery. If you think any of those are standing out to you right now, you can go check them out. No pressure to do so if you don't want to do that. They might not be what you're working on at the moment. You may just want to nail the morning routine. But feel free to jump in. If you do want to book in for a discovery call, I'll see you in my morning routine, lads. Make sure you like, subscribe. Also the Insta at Tom D. Pearson. I'll see you in the next one.